We have a special guest on this episode, all the way from Nampa, Idaho. It's Town of Trees. And thank you guys for your time coming on. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. We're super excited.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
appreciate
so
you having us.
oh yeah, thank you for your time. So far I've been listening to your latest singles, Selfish and Happy, and I actually checked out the album Something in Pink. Really cool style, guys. You guys have a really catchy vibe of certain energy and the songs, very catchy. I came across your guys' music just on Instagram advertisements.
Okay,
They were
totally.
showing like music videos and all that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this band looks pretty cool.
Oh,
And then
thank you.
and so I checked them out and here we are. So
That's
Wow, see,
awesome.
Connor, look, the ads are working.
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
sign.
Yeah,
It's
the ads
always
are
like you're putting them out there and you're like, okay, testing A and B, and I really
yeah.
wonder if it's just finding an audience, and sometimes
Yeah,
it
it's
does,
hard
which is cool.
sometimes.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. No, yeah,
But I
they're
think
working out great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to get started with your journey. How did the band get started? So if you want to introduce yourselves first, that way the viewers get to know who you are, and then we can go from there.
Totally.
sure.
So the band, I'm Connor. Yeah, I play drums,
Oh,
guitar,
cool.
and do a lot of the songwriting, like lyrical writing and stuff. And then
And
Okay.
I'm Tori. I'm the
Hey,
vocalist.
Tori.
He technically started the band around seven
Oh,
years
cool.
ago. And then
Mhm.
Okay.
I just met him and basically joined immediately from that point on. And
Wow,
we've
very
been the
cool.
longest two members in the band.
Yeah, we were
Nice. Okay.
back in college. She was playing softball at Boise State, and I was playing rugby there.
Is
And
that
we lived,
right? Oh, wow.
yeah, so we lived a couple doors down, and she stuck her head out the door and was like, "Hey, can you listen to this song? I'm getting ready to play an open mic." And I listened to the song, and next thing you know, we're playing in a band, and got
Wow.
married like 6 months later, and yeah,
That's
I've been doing
cool.
music ever since. So it's a lot of
Wow.
fun.
How long
Yeah.
how long you guys been married?
6 years
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
Congrats. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's fun to share something like music with someone you love, you know. It's
Oh, of course. Yeah.
becomes a passion project and everything too. So, yeah,
Right.
it's fun. Yeah.
No, very cool. And so with you both starting the band, how did everyone else come about?
Yeah, so basically 2017ish is when we started it. We were playing small shows at the Hive. I had always been writing songs, so I'd gotten back from I'm a firefighter as a career.
Okay.
Went through military and stuff, and had met other people through that opportunity, and
Okay.
ended up transferring units and auditioning for the Army Rock Band. So I played drums
Really?
in the
Oh,
Army Rock Band,
cool.
yeah, and that's where we met our
Wow.
bassist Solely, and yeah, Sully's awesome. So we traveled together in the army band playing together. And then I was like, hey man, you're the best bass player I know. You should come play bass for us. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
And then Sam, our fourth member, he's somebody
Yeah.
we've always known. He's this ginger-haired, funny guy, amazing at all instruments type of dude.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him and loves him in Napa. And
Hmm.
so we've kind of just been off and on this whole 6 years. And as of recently, we're like, Sam, why don't you just stick around a little bit?
Very
So he's
cool.
sticking around, and we love him, and it's just we got a really good group going on. The most
Yeah.
positive energy that I've felt in a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. And thank you again for serving as well for our country. I mean, that's
Oh no,
for
thank
what you
you.
do, man. Yeah, man. I mean, just the sacrifice you make and leaving and what you've experienced. I mean, it's not easy. I have a few friends that are in the military, so yeah, the stuff
That's
they
cool.
share with me, it's just like, wow, man, a lot of respect. But yeah, interesting one on what you said on how the band started and now you're at what? You're a five-piece band, six?
So we are technically official member a three piece, but then for like depending on the shows, we'll sometimes
Oh,
bring
okay.
on two to three more depending, kind of show by show basis.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's been crazy. Town of Trees was coming up with the name was kind of we're sitting there. And Idaho, I don't know if you've ever heard this rumor, but Idaho is known as like the potato state, right? So it's like
Hmm.
we're known for potatoes. So we at first we're
Okay.
like, oh, we're gonna be the Spuds or the potatoes, and none of those were working. But then I'd written down tot, like tater tots, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be the tater tots. But when I wrote that down, it was like TOT, town of trees, and Boise means city of trees. So then we're
True.
like, oh,
Wow.
town of trees, and then all the friends from the community can be the tots. So we just kind
Wow.
of took that and rolled with it. So yeah,
That's cool. There you go. It worked out. Yeah. I
yeah.
forgot that Idaho. I've never been to Idaho, but I know it's like probably full of trees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boise area is. Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty
Yeah.
gorgeous.
it's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah, it's pretty gorgeous.
Cool, man. Wow. And so from that point, and then you're like, okay, so we got the name established, we got
Mhm.
something going, and then I take it your first album was the Something Pink.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and we'd released singles and stuff like that before. We
Yeah.
started originally as a folk band. So
Oh,
like
you
I've
did. Okay.
always been rooted in like storytelling. I love the Lumineers, love like
Oh,
that
cool.
style, right? So
Yeah.
it's like that, Mumford and Sons grew up listening to a lot of
Mm.
that. So kind of a lot of our earlier singles that I mean, most of them probably aren't even on the internet that we'd play live were more in that folk style,
Okay.
banjos and all that. And as we kind of progressed,
I'm a rocker. I come
yeah.
from
Oh.
a rocker family. Like my
Oh,
dad,
okay.
he's got the long hair. He's
Oh,
always in a
wow.
band.
Yeah.
My mom's like a powerhouse singer type of lady.
Oh,
So
cool.
I met Connor. I was like, okay, the folk stuff is cool, but can we turn
Turn
it
it
up
up a little
just
bit.
Yeah,
a
just
little
turn
bit?
up
So we kind of
That's
combined
funny.
our musical geniuses together, and we found some other
Wow.
kind of rocker people too,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just took it up a notch to, I guess we're more out rock now, and sometimes it even blends into other genres a little bit, which I think is exciting. I don't like being
Mhm.
stuck
Yeah,
to
no, I
one,
agree.
but yeah, that's kind of how that went about.
Yeah.
Okay. So two different sides of the worlds of different music from yours and then
Totally.
Tori's. Oh
Totally.
yeah, that's I could
Yeah.
see why and I like it. I mean from like I said, I just discovered you about what a few weeks ago. I saw some of your music videos and I was like, yeah, you guys have a really cool like just the feel of it. It's very energy feel. It's I
Thank
like
you.
the fact that
Appreciate it.
Tori's in front, but then everyone has their own part too that represents
Yeah.
Yeah.
their side of stuff. It's cool. Yeah.
It's been
So
it's been fun. Yeah.
yeah, so the album's pretty good. Something Pink. So you want to share a bit about that album and just the story behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Something Pink was like our first time figuring out a consistent sound. Because
Okay.
if you look at all the other singles, it's like Little Bird, that's really bluesy.
Blues. Yeah.
Wonder Why, that's really
Folky.
folky. You're like,
Mm,
where's this band going? And then you listen to Something Pink,
true.
you're like, oh, okay, like that's a consistent sound for the first
Yeah.
time. It was also our first time going to a studio,
Hmm.
learning how to record and everything instead of doing it all in a garage.
Wow.
So it was
Doing it all
Okay.
ourselves up
literally
to
our
that
first
point.
time doing
Yeah.
that. So it was a huge learning curve.
Oh
And
man.
yeah.
Studio time. I think as we started kind of writing the songs, kind of the workflow would typically be I'll come up with like a guitar riff or something like that,
Okay.
and then start writing lyrics. And then Tori's a really good melody person, so
Oh,
I'll like
cool.
try to paint a story or tell a story,
Yeah.
and then she'll be able to make it into a very beautiful melody that I cannot do. I'm not a singer or anything like that.
And
So
I'm not a lyricist.
yeah, so
You could probably tell the one song on the album that I wrote the lyrics to is Everything Will Be Fine. It's very corny. It goes, I got a pep in my step. I look back and I cringe a
Yeah.
little like, ooh, like,
You're like,
that's not my
oh.
best work. But you know what? You just gotta shoot your shot.
no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
learning process, but that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
And so the experience being in a studio for your first time, I bet that was amazing. I mean, just from going from a home studio to an actual studio.
Totally. It was a
Yeah.
lot of learning curves. I think the biggest part is like drums and stuff. I've been used to because if I track drums or guitar or whatever, depending on it, it's like the practicing, like it makes
Mm,
perfect. You have it to
yeah.
admit, but you get in a studio and sometimes that just may not be your day. And same thing with vocals.
Hmm.
I mean, you really experienced learning
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I did the best I could, but had I had my own at home setup, I could get a lot better quality takes. And so I learned that after the studio. I was like, well, how much does it cost to do our own thing? Connor's like, actually, not that much if you're smart. So we made a little vocal booth out of PVC
Okay.
pipe and moving blankets.
yeah.
And it
Really? Wow.
blocks out. Yeah, it blocks
Yeah,
out
so
a
all the
lot.
new singles past Something Pink have been recorded on that, and then we'll
Okay.
basically drums. I'll go into a studio that's here, track the drums, and then track the guitar part just
DI.
Wow.
DI ourselves,
Hmm.
and then we send it to our producer over in Canada, and basically he'll
Okay.
send it back, and then he like sometimes we'll add new parts or stuff like that. But that for us has been we've been trying to find our workflow that because we're trying to drop singles every 6 weeks and
Oh,
continuously
wow.
record music.
Okay.
So between that, music videos, and all of it, it's like we had to find a system that
Yeah.
worked, and we
Yeah,
finally
that
have
worked.
found that between all of us because we're all busy. I'm at the fire station. She's a full time softball coach, also a college
Oh,
coach.
really?
And then our
Yeah.
bassist
Cool.
is in the army, and then also works like runs a sprinkler company. And then Sam works with special needs kids and stuff teaching music lessons. So it's like we're all kind of get our time
Yeah.
together and record and piece it all together. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys have this well, I mean, I don't see it as a hobby. I mean, this is what you guys love. So at least you have
Totally.
when you're out of the workforce, it's something you look forward to,
Oh,
either meeting at the
absolutely.
studio, writing
Yeah.
songs, and that's good to have because I mean, you always have to have that passion of just something to look forward to of what
Totally.
you love.
Totally.
So, very cool. Yeah, and the thing is I'm really interested in on those music video shots because you guys did a pretty good job and I was just like, hey, that's pretty cool ideas. Like the
Thank
one
you.
on the
Yeah.
roof when you guys I don't know if you remember, I don't know what
Yeah.
song that was, but I really
Happy.
like
Yeah.
Happy, yeah. I like the
Yeah.
pullback, how Tori's walking in front, everyone's behind, and it just keeps going
Totally.
back and it was fun. It's very and then everything's shots are like different. So that was
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we set out on a mission, and our mission was singles every 6 weeks, and we want to make a music
Okay.
video for every song we make, because that's just been our. We live in a world of where everyone's content, content, content. And we're like, well, we
Mm.
want to just tell a story, and we want to tell a story about our songs. So the best way
Yeah.
we felt to do that was music videos, and we met
Mhm.
a friend, Lance, who does Viking films out of Idaho Falls.
Is that
So
right? Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
he's like an independent film guy
Yeah.
that's awesome dude.
Yeah, it's cool that you mentioned you're a filmmaker. I have such mad respect for filmmakers.
Oh,
Like
totally.
ever since meeting Lance and like seeing the amount of work you guys do to put
Oh,
everything together. Oh my goodness, what a production! Like I thought
right.
music was hard,
Yeah.
filmmaking. Whoa, that's all.
Casting, taking care of
Wow.
the
Yeah.
staff, booking out all the places, permissions. It's like
Oh,
insane.
geez. It
Yeah.
is, yeah. And then when you shoot the video and all that, and when it's done, you're like, wait, all that just for like
Yeah.
what, 2 days?
It literally.
Like it goes quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's been so refreshing as a musician to have somebody that does film to come
yeah,
in and help bring their ideas and how they shoot into what we're already doing. Like you could tell the ones I edited, like all the music videos I did. I did the best I could. I
yeah.
did Way Out. I did Even Drowning. I edited that one, and it's like good for a musician. And
Wow.
then there's an actual filmmaker that
Yeah.
does this for a living. Like you can tell Happy is a whole nother level. Like what
Oh, it
Lance was able
is. Yeah.
to do. Yeah, the way he could capture things and edit things and
His
like,
ideas too, just on the fly. Like you'll be
Yeah.
shooting something, and he's very good at just creatively being like, hey, this shot's not working.
Mm.
Let's
let's try
pivot.
this.
Let's try this. And it's nice to have that because we're kind of hinds, or I think sometimes it's blinding to be the band that's writing it, the ones that record the music that's doing it. You're trying to get this mission or vision to come
Yeah.
across. But
Right.
sometimes that leaves you short-handed because you're so focused on it, and they can be like, no, actually, let's take a step back and let's try this. And you're like, that totally makes
Yes,
sense.
I'm like, thank
Yeah,
you.
true.
Yeah.
And another plus too is if that filmmaker is also very, I guess, knowledgeable on music and like the beat and certain like very even if he's a musician or she's a musician, that goes a long way because for as a musician, you kind of like okay for a beat like this to go with the song. I think a shot like this would be great. You know what I mean?
Totally.
That's a very
Totally
So
good point.
syncing it up.
That is
Yes.
the
Yeah,
one
so-
advantage I have as a musician video editor. Is like I know when everyone's on their parts or not. And sometimes I gotta tell Lance, I'm like, please use a different shot because I am
The
not.
guitar ain't lining.
It is.
Like,
Yeah. He
Yeah,
goes,
that's
"Oh," he
funny.
goes, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does happen.
No.
That's funny. Well, thanks for sharing about that on the Something Pink. So let's talk about your latest singles, Selfish and Happy. So those are the ones that are latest for this year, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. So which one was the first one? Happy?
Happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Happy. That one's that's been out for a minute, and then the selfish. I believe is it this Friday?
Next Friday
Next
the music
Friday,
video drops.
The music
Yeah.
video drops.
Oh,
That
really?
one's-
Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we drop the song, and then 4 weeks after the song drops, we do the music video, and then two
Is that
weeks
what
from
you do?
that, it's behind the scenes, and then by then it's time for the next song.
Oh
which is
man.
Yeah, we shot both of those in one weekend because it's efficient, you know. You always knock
Yeah.
2 songs out is kind of how we've been doing it, and
Very
we just
cool.
go around Nampa, Caldwell area, local,
Yeah.
keep it easy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lance will come spend the
Yeah.
night in the RV, basically be like, "Hey, I'm doing a weekend, and we'll get our Saturday, Sunday off, and day one's one music video, day two's the other." But with Happy, yeah, we were definitely trying to tell more of that story. I think when writing it, like that it just kind of came from a place from all these artificial, superficial things that are always trying to grab your attention, right? Like money and just
Cars,
cars, like
Mm.
material items.
material
Mm.
items, and like
Yeah.
kind of that search for what is more. And that's
Mm.
like kind of why it is, I just can't figure it out. It's the ending lyric, but it's like you're finding it. You're coming. You're okay with that. So I
Hmm.
think,
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
yeah,
And then what about Selfish? What's
Yeah,
the story
it was
behind
fun.
that?
yeah. Selfish. Honestly, it came from a place of like in our marriage. I felt like I was. I was just kind of being introspective one day. I'm sitting there and I'm writing, just got off a tour, and I was like, I I make a decision that maybe I'm thinking about my best interest versus my
Mm.
partner's best interest. And like for me, that was very like, man, what is the core root of selfishness? Where does it come from? And it
Mm.
was just like an overwhelming answer at that time that it was pride. Like, oh, my own
Mm.
self pride. Sometimes I put myself on this pedestal and I'm holding to myself that, I have to always be right. I always have to get my way. Like that's just
Mm.
pride talking, and that's making me behave in a selfish way. So that's kind of where that one came from. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Again, I didn't
interesting.
write a single lyric of that. That was all Connor. He was feeling it. I was like, this is really good. This is really good. Let's find a melody. So I was on, the melody kick, and I accidentally copied a super famous song. What was
Country
it?
road.
Country
Country
Roads.
roads. The first version of Selfish, she's like, how did you do it? It was literally like it was country roads. Yeah. Like, and we're like, that's not gonna work.
Connor's like, you
Oh,
could think of
wow.
something better. You could think. I was like, you're right. I was like, what if I kind of alternate like bum 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 bum, because it feels selfish to bounce around.
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind of
Right.
matches the lyrics. So we figured that out. Figured out the melody. We combined it. Sent it off to our
And then the
producer.
bridge. The bridge
Yeah.
was honestly like we were like, let's double down on being selfish and write a very selfish style solo that's like very da da da
Oh my God.
da.
Yeah,
So it's like
do
kind
you
of
remember that part? The later on in the song, it has
Yeah.
this little experimental breakdown that
yeah.
Yeah.
we've
I do
never
remember
written
that.
anything like that before. So
Wow.
I was like, well, this kind of matches the vibe of the song. And it's
Yeah,
funny for
it
some playlists
is.
we submit to, like they will reference that and be like, that is cool. And then other
Yeah.
playlists are like, that was a deal breaker.
Yeah,
See, you
you're
yeah.
denied.
Like,
We're like,
denied.
okay, cool.
I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah.
okay, well, I guess
And
it's a good thing that it caused such a
Yeah.
ruckus.
yeah, the
That's
music video
funny.
coming out for
Yeah.
that one is going to be pretty fun because it's like one of my old friends I used to work with at Cracker Barrel. She runs a dance studio, so she had one of her gals that works there come out,
Oh,
and
cool.
she's doing a dance, and we shot this all around Indian Creek Plaza in Caldwell, and
Hmm.
essentially we're like, we want you to act super selfish with this dance, and all the people that are walking by are just going to ignore you, like as if you don't exist. So she's like kind
Wow.
of doing this interpretive thing, and we're moving it to basically make it feel like she has this music in her head. And by the time it pans around, the band's not there. So
Oh,
it's
yeah, that's
yeah,
creative.
yeah. So
Wow.
it
Yeah.
was fun, but man, it was crazy to like. I was watching her. I was like, it's like your 12th take of going through the full dance routine, and I'm like, I'm tired just playing guitar or on the drum part. Like it was like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Oh man. Dang, that's crazy. But that's the thing is sometimes it takes more than just 5 takes to get the right shot. You know what I mean? And it's
Totally.
Absolutely.
exhausting. It does. It is very exhausting, but once you actually get it, you're like, "Oh, thank God. We can move
Yeah.
on," you know?
Oh, I bet. Yeah, especially from being behind the camera, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching Lance. I'm like, is that one? He's like, no, that's not the one. I'm like, okay, here we go
Like, we
again.
gotta do this again. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. And when does the music video drop? Officially drop?
The 17th, 12th, something. Next
Oh, 12?
next Friday. Yeah, I think.
This coming Friday.
Whenever,
Okay.
whenever
Yeah.
next Friday is.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice, nice. And so what's next for the band, for 2026 coming up? Is there another album in the works? Are you guys going to try to
Yeah.
go on tour?
Yeah, the plan basically as of right now, we just finished this last weekend shooting another double music video, two more singles.
Wow.
We're
You guys are
playing.
busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was busy, and then we're doing this January 16th. We're playing with one of our favorite tribute bands that comes to town. They're doing
Really?
we're
Okay.
playing the Knitting Factory, which is like here in Idaho, like 1,000-person venue. So we always look forward to that.
That's
We're playing
cool.
that, and then we're going up with them to Jerome to play up there. And then March is Tree Fort season, which is a huge independent festival. So we're playing that.
Very
June we're going
cool.
on tour, and then the plan is we're getting all the backlog done now so that we're able to continuously keep dropping music when we hit the road, when we do all the
Wow.
other things and
That's
stuff too,
smart to
as well
do.
as music spit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of front work, but it's fun. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
enjoy it.
So what you guys gonna do is kind of get like B-sides from songs that you haven't released yet that are there and kind of like tweak them and see what works.
Totally.
Mm.
Yeah,
Very
we
cool.
typically write in, I say, groups of two. Like most songs we do,
Mhm.
we'll just the way our brains work. We'll get two songs done, and then we'll shoot two music videos. And while we're shooting those two, we're usually recording the next two, and then shooting for the
Wow.
next two. And it's felt like just this oiled machine for us to do it
Yeah.
that way. We've tried
Yeah.
when it's like a whole album. I feel like we don't necessarily put as much love into each
Song,
single
yeah.
or each
Oh,
song
okay.
as well as
Okay.
promotional pieces and stuff. And then our end goal would be to put them all together and all the ones we've released, then release albums and add like acoustic versions and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I
All
would be
right.
down for that. Go back to the folky side a little bit, get some acoustic renditions. I'm okay with
Okay.
that once we proved it, we
Yeah,
proved it
yeah.
with our rock side a little bit because I think that's important. And it shows the audience you can do both because, like, there's a lot of venues, even on tour, that are like, this is not a super big rockin'
Yeah.
poppin'. Like, we should probably tone it down a bit. I think the audience would resonate
Mm,
more if you guys could
okay.
show it acoustically, right?
Yeah.
And for me
Yeah.
to on the piano a little bit and show that we don't need all the background stuff. Like we can interpret the song raw and do it that way too. It's
It's
very intimidating,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've learned a lot that through Connor. He's kind of shown me that side. So
Well,
No,
and
that's
everyone in
cool.
the
Yeah.
yeah,
band plays like so. Sam plays banjo, also plays guitar. Sully
Okay.
plays saxophone as well as flute and bass. So then it's like when we can and guitar. So it's and then piano, guitar, vocals. So it's nice to be able to halfway through our set we always try to just like no tracks, no anything. It's just a straight acoustic version of one of our songs that we haven't
Okay.
done acoustically
Yeah.
just halfway through the set before we're putting on the
a little
costumes
breath of
and
fresh air,
yeah, all the fun
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. No, that's cool. And I'm
Yeah,
glad you guys learn from each other a lot too. You bounce with different ideas between you both and also the rest of the band. So I think that's really cool. And that's important too, because I believe every band member has a certain part of the song, you know what I mean? And that's what builds a really great song is knowing that instead of just the creative writer and the singer, but then everyone else has their part of the instruments or
totally,
certain creative, it's just when you hear the end result of it, you're like, wow, everyone has a certain part that just makes it what it is.
totally.
that's a
So
really good point, and that's why I'm excited for our next song. So the next song that's dropping is called Introspective,
Oh,
and it
okay.
is the brainchild of all four of us that are currently in the band right now. Like we've all had a pretty equal say in it,
mhm.
and you can
Wow.
tell because it's really what would you describe it as the genre?
Like indie alternative rock funk. Like
Yeah,
it's
Really? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
yeah,
because like the chorus is definitely almost like because our bassist he loves like Earth, Wind, and Fire, somewhere down like that groove,
Yeah. Okay.
like slap
yeah.
style bass. But then like
Wow.
I definitely like more of that indie alt rock side slash. And then Sam just loves weird chords. Like that's he's a jazz guy. So Sam will be like,
Yeah.
hey, and try a C major seventh over a 13th. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Can you show me? And he's like, "Bring." And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll try that, So,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's,
Very
that's
cool.
that's how the song started. Is it
yeah.
was Sam's dinking around on the guitar with all these weird chords. Connor and I handpicked the chords
Yeah.
within the
He had
voice
like
memo.
60 chords. And then I was like, that one's good. Tori's like, I like that one. And we like that one. And then it just kind of started progressing from
Sully
there.
wrote a great bass line, and
Oh, yeah.
bam, there it is. So we're
Man,
excited
that's
for you to
cool.
hear that one. I'm curious, like after listening to
Yeah.
songs, it's totally different,
Yeah.
but similar elements too.
Mhm.
So
And when does that one release?
That one releases, I think it's like 2 weeks out.
Oh,
oh
2 weeks
yeah,
out?
actually,
I
Okay.
can
pretty
tell you an
soon,
exact
pretty
date.
soon.
It
Yeah.
Wow,
is.
that's cool.
I think it's the 17th. Yeah.
17th. Okay. I look
Yeah.
forward to hearing
Yep.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
17th. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we end on this interview here on this episode, I do want to get to know more of your background of your styles of music. So like different artists that you looked up to, maybe you were teenagers growing up. For an example, like for me, I definitely love like Sting, David Bowie,
Totally.
uh Ryan Ferry from Roxy Music, U2, what I mean, some genres around that. What's your styles that kind of influenced you as musicians today?
Well, I love all the ones you mentioned. That was part of that like that softer rock side that I love.
Yeah.
And then I also love being from Seattle and growing up around there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Nirvana, Pearl
Pearl
Jam, Foo
Jam. Yep.
Fighters, all the Green Day. Like
Green
I just
Day.
grew up listening to all of that and watching my dad play that type of music. Iron Maiden was his favorite.
Oh yeah.
I
Whoa,
wasn't
okay.
huge into
He's
Maiden,
played
but
Maiden at our wedding. Why?
I
You know,
thought it
we're
was
Oh, he
walking down.
did.
Yeah. He's a
Very cool
rocker.
wedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
my mom is super into Pat Benatar and all the,
Very cool. All right.
Joan
Yeah.
Jett, powerhouse female
Journey.
vocals.
Yeah.
Yep, Journey,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
all that stuff. What about you?
I would say like so. I grew up primarily the first concerts that I'd ever gone to were like Christian rock concerts. So like
Oh yeah,
Toby
okay.
Mac and like
Oh
the
yeah.
Reggae. But Switchfoot has
Oh,
always been
Switchfoot's
one that I
good.
absolutely
Yeah.
love. Like I love them as humans. I love how they are as a
Yeah.
band.
Mhm.
Blue October. We saw
Love.
Switchfoot and Blue
Whoa,
October
okay.
recently, and Goo Goo Dolls all on tour. It was like that was pretty awesome.
That is
Lumineers,
cool.
love folk. Love smaller artists too. Like Youth Lagoon's been one I've been jamming from
Mhm.
Idaho. He's
Mhm.
like I don't know. I love music and I can listen to anyone and find something. Judah and the Lion, that was another one. It was pretty fun opening for him. That was like a full circle moment where it was like, this is cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, that is cool.
definitely,
Wow.
I
we
don't
definitely like. I definitely fangirled when I met Judah. I was
know.
like, oh my gosh, he's
Yeah.
real, and he's just
That's
really
funny.
cool, down to earth guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to be able to like talk with him as a human, and like he's
Yeah.
not too cool to talk to us, right? And I thought that's what a
Yeah.
good example of
Yeah, yeah.
musician that's
Totally.
made it, that's doing it, putting in the work, and someone who's a former athlete too. 'Cause
Yes.
he played college
That's
baseball.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see that a whole lot. I'm always like a black sheep. It feels like doing
Same.
the
Yeah.
college softball thing, and then the people are like, "What? Those are two
You're
different
like
things." And,
getting done with practice. I mean, like she would be playing a tournament down in California. We're playing at the net. They're flying the girls
Okay.
back from the thing. Their whole team's there, all NNU softball, and
Yep.
she's almost lost her voice from yelling the last weekend pitching, and then getting on stage, and it's like rugby matches and
yeah,
everything. Like
vocal
it's
Wow.
quality was not the best that night, but you know what? You show
yeah,
up and you perform. That's
yeah,
what
That's
I'm
right.
used to doing with softball, and so
Oh,
that's
of
why it was,
course. Yeah.
yeah, it was cool.
totally.
Cool to have my
That
teammates
is
there
cool.
and supporting. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Hey guys, so before we end, how can the viewers find you on social media and your website as well?
Yeah, so social media, our website, talentrees.com, has
Okay.
links to everything. Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, all the fun things. We
Very
post all
cool.
of our songs there, as well as music videos and
Okay.
descriptions of our songs and our upcoming shows. So yeah,
Awesome. All
yeah.
right. And we actually look forward to your new music video coming out, Selfish, on Friday, the 12th. And then the
Mhm.
17th, you have another title of a single coming out. What's the
Yep,
name of it?
introspective. Yeah,
Introspective.
introspective.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll be a
Yeah.
fun one. Yeah, we're
That's
excited for that
cool.
one.
Yeah, well, looking forward to it, and I wish you guys the best for 2026. Keep up the work because I'm definitely a fan now after hearing your music. Really good stuff. So
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
You.
We appreciate you, and it's awesome to also meet fellow musicians and film creators. That's
Oh,
pretty
well,
awesome.
thanks,
Yeah,
man.
cool.
Yeah.
Rhythm
All
and
right,
Rose,
guys.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone,
yeah.
keep checking them out.
You
Thank
know,
you.
I was gonna say before I close, I would love to hear Tori do a cover version of Four Non Blondes. I think that'd be cool.
Oh,
Like
Oh,
okay.
what's going on?
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
cool, yeah. Because
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be a
yeah,
good one.
that'd be cool to just add that in down the road. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching on this episode
Yeah.
on Rhythm and Roads, and thank you, Town of Trees, for coming on. And we look forward to 2026 for you.
Thank
Thank
you. We
you.
appreciate you. You have a fantastic day.
You
Appreciate
too.
it.
Bye, guys.